This time last year, I was getting on a plane to go to Canada. It was the first time that I'd ever left the UK on my own. I sorted out a job over there and flew over for 3 months, and it was probably the best thing I've ever done. I set aside some time before and after the job to travel around, and it was fantastic. I met so many backpackers from all over the world, and I just heard so many stories and so many perspectives. It was probably the first time that I properly realised that there is a world outside of my own bubble, and how different it is. I spent most of my time in Toronto and just fell in love with the city. I was coming from the UK where everyone's really sort of held back and reserved. If you get like on a train or a bus here, we'll all just happily sit in silence throughout the entire journey and not speak to each other. And I presumed that was sort of the case worldwide. And I think that's probably one of the things that shocked me the most when I went, just seeing how open people can be and how much culture can affect just the general personality of a group of people. As soon as I got home, I knew I just wanted to be back out there, not necessarily in Canada, but travelling again. So I started working really hard trying to get into the study abroad program at my university. For about a year now, this has completely consumed my time. The last year was completely dedicated to trying to find a good match, a good university with the same course, trying to get my grades high enough so that I could be accepted onto the program, the entire application process. And it's finally all come into place now. I mean, the title's probably a bit of a spoiler for this, but at the end of this week, I'm going to be moving to New Zealand for a year. You know in Lord of the Rings when Sam says to Frodo that if he takes one more step into this field, it'll be the furthest he's ever been from home. I've kind of got that going on. I'll probably actually be quite near that field as well when I arrive. I'm literally going to be on the other side of the planet. If you look at this handy inflatable globe that I have, I'm going from here to here, this far away. It's probably the furthest away I can actually go, unless I become an astronaut in the future, but given the lack of training I've had in that field, it's probably going to be unlikely. Because I'm moving hemisphere, I'm going to be going into the middle of their winter, and then I'll come back during their summer into our winter, and then go back again after their summer, back into their winter, so I'm kind of going to be in eternal winter for a while. I think winter is coming is quite an appropriate description. I think I'll finally start to realise how the people of Narnia felt for all that time. I wanted to dedicate a whole video to this because it's quite a big announcement. I don't know how long it'll be until I next make a video, but I will most likely be in another hemisphere when I do. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you then.